Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, this is Dr. Carol Francis, and today this is all about stop smoking. Now, I've just had it. I'm angry. I'm furious because there are tobacco companies that just absolutely are enthralled with the fact that they've been able to remain to keep you as customers. That's right. You are their money. You are their market. You are their Wall Street statement. You are their ongoing income, and that's all you are to them. And so if you're furious with the way corporations take advantage of people and you're still smoking, then perhaps, just perhaps, you'll become motivated by the process of saying, enough already giving my income, my body, and my life to companies who care nothing about my health and welfare. In fact, they are invested in you dying of cancer. They are invested that you will smoke so much that you will produce cancer in your throat, your esophagus, your lungs, your brain, your lymph system. You think I'm being radical? No, and you know it's true. These companies care nothing about your health and welfare and only about their deep pockets. Do you really want to invest your life because they're getting rich? Let's talk about a few stories of the day. Do you know that in England they are starting what's called a Stop Tobber? A Stop Tobber campaign is a quit smoking campaign in England. If we were to do something like this in the United States by way of our government, we would have lobbyists in our government seats saying, no, you can't do this. This is a government. You're interfering with the rights of people, the rights of the corporations to contribute to your dying of cancer. So this is officially being set off in October, and it is going to happen all across England. Why not start this all across the United States? But how about in Korea, where the cheapest tobacco is available, and it is the second highest smoking rate in the world? And you've seen the photos of little kids, ages 2, smoking right alongside their mothers, their fathers, their grandparents. So is it just possible that seeing how grotesque it is that these Koreans are killing their babies, that perhaps you might want to also think about how grotesque it is that you are killing yourself? Now, there are 8 different variables that I have uncovered in my 32 years of working with smokers that really suggest to me that you are being addicted to smoking on 8 different levels. And I want you to know what those are. We discussed them yesterday. They're on my YouTube videos in all sorts of different ways and forms. Here are the 8 categories or the 8 areas in which you are addicted to smoking, chances are. And if you choose 5 of these categories and intervene all at the same time during 1 week, then after you have those interventions in place for yourself, you are likely ready to start the process of quit smoking. Now, some of you can stop today by mere fury and frustration with yourself and how you're selling your soul to the devil himself, a Dante reference for those of you who are literary. Category 1 of addiction is your physiology. You're physiologically addicted to smoking. Category 2, your biochemistry has been adjusted by smoking as well. Category number 3, neurologically, smoking affects you as well, and that creates an addiction pattern as well. Category 4, social patterns and social addiction is an extremely high influencer in keeping people smoking. Category 5, emotional patterns such as depression, anxiety, and stress often are associated to remaining addicted to smoking. Category 6, a habit of the day. You just do it because you are habituated to the process of doing it. It's just the pattern. Category 7, yes, nicotine is addictive. It's just addictive, and so are all the other chemicals that are associated, or many of the other chemicals that are associated to the big manufacturers' use of smoking. It's not as true if you roll your own in your own garden-grown tobacco. And then finally, category 8. People smoke just because they smoke, but they hate it. And there's just that, I just do it just because attitude. Now, if you take any one of those 8 categories and take 5 of them, and you intervene on your own behalf, you will be able to begin to be completely on the job of being able to stop smoking. This is how it works. A lot of people are able to stop smoking just cold turkey. And for those individuals that stop in cold turkey, they're awesome. I've worked with them, I've seen them, and they are awesome. But that isn't the majority of people, because these 8 categories flow in and out of your life with such radical influence that you have to address at least 5 of these 8 reasons why you are smoking. So let's go ahead and move on and what you can do with each of these categories. Now, we're going to cover as much as we can in the next few minutes. Then I'm going to take some time to walk you through a hypnotic process that's all about being able to motivate yourself to be a non-smoker. But we'll talk more about that in just a moment. It's one of the ways you can start influencing your unconscious mind to want and to be able to go through the process of stopping your addiction to smoking. So now what you want to do is you want to make sure that the interventions you choose address the causes in the categories that I've just listed above. You will need about 3 to 7 days of keeping those patterns in place before the motivational portion of Kiss Away method is implemented. You can begin these motivational hypnotherapy experiences as soon as you finish this book, and they may help immediately, and they do for some. So in this book, that's available to you by ebook. It's available to you by paperback. You can go to drcarolfrancis.com. I've made it just as inexpensive as I can and as quickly accessible as I possibly can. So you can read through the book, all part of getting your interventions in place. I'm going to give you more information right now, free tools, because I want you to stop. Today I'm on a campaign. I want you to be on a campaign for yourself too. You can begin these motivational hypnotherapy experiences also by going to YouTube, Dr. Carol Francis. I have plenty of hypnotherapeutic suggestions that work for many and have worked for over 100,000 smokers all over the planet. This Kiss Away method is set up so that you will be able to maximize your chance of success as you change everything related to smoking. So now we're going to fine-tune your 5 interventions. We're going to examine these categories, and you can compare and adjust your 5 areas and changes as you read below. So here's the first category to consider. That's your physiology. If you are physiologically addicted to smoking, you will want to consider adding nutrients into your diet today. Those nutrients will help you be able to maintain your metabolism and your energy without resorting to smoking. So, for example, only consume caffeine in the morning for 7 days and work to increase your nutrition, such as protein-rich foods, meat, fish, poultry, nuts, dairy products in your diet, which will support muscle development and energy. Also, green vegetables allow for the minerals that will support your metabolism and your energy. In addition, green vegetables have wonderful nutrients, including your vitamin Bs, that help deal with the neurology of what's going to have to be repaired in your system once you stop smoking. Also, to help you with your physiology is exercising daily. If it's just for 20 minutes, that's great. It's the next and most important intervention because your exercising will help produce the metabolism and the energy as well as the circulation that will keep you feeling much better, even though you're going to get your body off the nicotine addiction. Remember, now you are physiologically addicted to the nicotine to help you with your metabolism and your energy level. Finally, sleep is so important to support your body's need to regenerate. And since you will be regenerating your body and you'll be trying to get new and healthier ways of getting positive chemicals in your body to replace the chemicals that your body is currently addicted to, you will need to sleep. So plan on sleeping your 6 to 9 hours of sleep, and actually 8 is pretty much a reasonable limit. Know that you will address these basic good health habits, and they will help your body become sturdier so that you can face the biochemical and the physiological complications associated to getting off of the nicotine. So let's go on to category 2, and that's the biochemistry. Smoking alters your nutrients and the chemicals that circulate through your body. So there are certain biochemical changes which cigarettes artificially address. You need to find out what those changes might be. And if you need to increase your oxygen, then you need to start doing deep breathing exercises on a regular basis like Qigong. You want to be able to breathe deeply, even though your lungs have been so constricted, and they're used to the air that you breathe being completely filled with the chemicals that are associated to smoking. That's the air you've been breathing. Your lungs have gotten used to it. In fact, they've incorporated those chemicals as a way of moving into your blood system. So now what you want to do is spend time breathing deeply many times throughout the day, whether it's a 60-second exercise or a 15-minute exercise. Breathe very deeply when you are not around the cigarettes. How about category 3, neurology? See, smoking alters your nervous system, such as your brain functions, your muscular reactions, your organs as associated to neurology. It changes the brain chemistry associated to the neurotransmitters as well. So one of the things you want to do neurologically is to increase the nutrients that have everything to do with your neurological health. And the easiest ones to approach are your vitamin Bs, as stated before. So take them several times throughout the day, several times. You might feel the sensation of a tingling on your tongue, itchiness, or edginess that is associated to not smoking. That's all about your nerve endings growing back. But vitamin B will help you go through those periods because it will enliven your neurology to be healthy. And if you start those vitamin Bs prior to stop smoking, your body will be more fortified to go through the process. Look up other nutrients, too, and include those vitamins such as A, C's, D's, which are so important nowadays, minerals such as zinc, magnesium, manganese, and iron. Vegetables, which are richly green, and orange as snacks with dressings are great as well. Antioxidants in all forms also help your body in the healing process. But you know these things, don't you? How about category 4? Category 4 is all about your social patterns. So now you're going to have to change the way you fit in, let loose, hang out, calm down, transition into awkward situations or things that make you feel too self-conscious, like speaking situations or the after-work time to socialize. How about the taking the break from the mattering crowd or the everyday pressures of family bills and smoking? These are all social reinforcers that keep you addicted to smoking because, yes, smoking has become your way of calming yourself down, both because you separate yourself from the maddening crowd and take those 7 minutes just to be in your own space, but also because there's actually the anti-anxiety chemicals that are associated to smoke, to cigarette nicotine as well. So for only a few days before stop smoking, stop engaging in some of these old social patterns. They're all associated to smoking. Look for different hobbies and habits and locations for social moments. Get involved in hiking and walking and bicycling, activities that you don't really do while you're smoking, and yet they are social, and usually social with other people who either want to quit smoking, have quit smoking, or are non-smokers. The more time you spend with non-smokers, the more you begin to see that you, too, can become a non-smoker. I mean, a non-smoker socially. You can start those patterns and start thinking about which of those patterns you want to stop, including that you no longer go to the same places where you used to buy the cigarettes. Category 5, moving fast here, but you can also deal with your emotional patterns. You have to recognize that smoking has been used to reduce depression, anxiety, stress, anger, sadness, and loneliness. So smoking is very integrated into your emotional health and your well-being. Don't hesitate to get the real help you need for those types of emotional upsets. The drug-like effect of smoking often is like self-medicating for anxiety and depression and loneliness. So quitting often brings these type of reactions right to the surface loudly and clearly, when before you could make such a cloud of smoke over them. It's a lot like alcoholics that drown their sorrows. Instead, you've been smoking them away. So if you become irritable too, which is really common as your neurology grows back, it could also be because those angry feelings inside of you that you've been oppressing are beginning to erupt, and it's making you feel anxious and irritable. So now you have to deal with your anger. Yes, anger management is a fact of life. Now you might actually want to cure the emotional complications using real interventions. Again, the easiest ones are eating well, exercising, and sleeping well. The other, more difficult ones, of course, is psychotherapy, which is what I do with people all the time. And again, contact me, drcarolfrancis.com. I do internet and in-person sessions. Let's get it going for you. But how about category 6, the habit of the day? Guess what? Where you shop and how you prepare for the day, the rituals of your evenings, or the moments after work, or driving patterns or social activities are all tied in to the patterns of smoking. They're triggers. It's called conditioning. You've been psychologically conditioning yourself to do an activity and automatically associate it with smoking. So now it's time to stop connecting those particular processes in your life that are probably part of your everyday life to the habit of smoking. So one of the easiest ways to break that type of connection is to create a replacement good habit that's right in the same space as when you used to smoke. Make that good habit the same length of time. 7 minutes is usually what it takes. So if you do that good habit for 7 minutes, you will break the association between that pattern of life and the fact that you once smoked. So instead of standing on your patio smoking, go for a walk at a different speed. Compete with your distance and time from that day before, even if it's just 7 minutes. Instead of going to the bar and converting with some good buddies, go help in a mission kitchen and serve some food to some folks who could truly use your good cheer. Hang out at a dance school instead of pickup bar where you smoke with the crowd of singles. At work, avoid the smoke areas or the restful moments, and instead count the number of push-ups and sit-ups you can cram into 7 minutes. And in the evening at home, avoid the backyard smoking. Instead, garden in the front yard, planting colorful, good-smelling flowers that you'll actually begin to be able to start smelling. After about 1 to 3 weeks, in fact, for some it's 6 to 8 weeks, after you stop smoking, you will begin to have a new association between those good habits that you've just implemented in your life and the regular routines of your life, which once were associated to smoking. Category 7, nicotine addiction, a big yes for most folks. And that's why if nicotine addiction is one of your main reasons why you sit with smoking, you want to be able to use the patches of gums and some of the medications that are there to assist you in the process. And the electronic cigarettes that they're now saying is a way of slowing down the cravings, don't know about them, haven't met anybody that's been able to stop using them, but I do know that they're receiving a lot of press, and they might just work for you. At least look into them. Category 8, smoke just because you smoke, but you hate it most of the time. Some people develop the pattern of smoking and becoming addicted to it at such an early stage in their life that they have no identity or memories of themselves as non-smokers. They cannot even imagine what not smoking would feel like. They cannot even imagine what time they are wasting and how they would relate to their people or circumstances without smoking. Never been a non-smoker as an adult? Well, now you will need to grow a new personality, a new you. You will change your shopping patterns, where you buy your smokes, or no longer buy your smoke, what you do with your smoking, such as talk on the phone, drink, wake up, prepare for bed. The patterns of searching for smoking okay areas, chain smoking, social circles of smoking, all those things will change because you will become a new person. So spend time with non-smokers and see what they do with all that extra time that you've been wasting. Well, folks, more on all of this tomorrow in terms of the actual practical 7 ways of intervening in your life. Now let's take a moment. Let's take a moment for you to be able to sit down, close your eyes, relax, and be able to just engage in a moment of meditation. Now, meditation for many folks is actually one of the key ways of being able to replace the pattern of smoking. And for some individuals, meditation, deep breathing was exactly what they did while they were smoking. So in the process of being able to replace that aspect of it, you can now engage in a meditation. You can listen over and over to these next 6 minutes. And in being able to listen to these next 6 minutes, calmly, dry eyes closed, you will be able to start with your let's address category because each people know this. Breathe deeply in, deep, go back smoothly, softly, and completely, and hold your air. Breathe in, hold, blow it out. Your diaphragm. This is again. These pauses in the breathing is also important. One, make you very conscious of your breathing habits. It also gives you a reflection pause, and that reflection of pause is into your body, even if it's just 5 minutes. Finally, you breathe in deeply. Hold that good positive air, your body actually has the opportunity to really make an optimal use of oxygen. And then breathing out, fully begin to process your lungs. And that's all about day after day. Welcome to the process. Welcome. Okay, now while you continue to breathe, I would like to take this just allow please for 5 seconds. Hypnotic. Go into your subconscious. That will make it stop. In fact, do this work on my own or on the internet in a really smooth way. Repeat. Let make very deeply, very open, but they want to let it in. You're going to tell them again. Today, I am so glad to embrace my new identity, the non-smoker. I join the rank today of people who do not have any financial connection to cigarette companies that care little about me and would rather that I die of cancer. I'm no longer going to invest my money, my time, my freedom, my body, my mind in a company that wants me dead, wants me so much to go to death. I don't care once I die or cancer. I don't care. Once I stop smoking, I've lost money. That's what I want them to do. I want them to lose. I want them to lose my people. I want them to lose their control over me. I want to be completely free. I don't want to worry about whether or not the city of Portland or Los Angeles or anybody else is going to dance. I don't want to care if my company is charging more for health care because I smoke. I don't want to care about the things because I want to be a person. I have the ability and the power of my brain, all the habits. I want the power of my spirit, my emotional well-being, to embrace the fact that will make it so much easier to be healthy. I want to embrace freedom, be me, the real me that the body is going free of toxins. So as I breathe deep, be very deep, hold my breath, and allow my body to benefit. And then as I blow out the toxins, my lungs, clearing that black, the all the poison. I feel the clean. I like the clear, fresh, polar. I want to just know that there are 8 different areas that I have in my life that need me to get to. Once I get to 5 out of the 6, I will be well on my route, having the right backup from my body so that I can endure whatever neurological, physiological, biochemical discomfort may come. After a few days, maybe a few weeks, this how sort of my the rest of my life full of energy, great metabolism, clarity, clean hair, clean breath, clean clothes, clean car, clean home, clean relationship. What a thing. Yes, I know that once when I started smoking, I became stupid. In fact, 32% of all human beings after their first cigarette are addicted to smoking. It's one of the highest first-time quick addiction components in life. And I know I was one of them. I got caught in that trap. I was completely trapped. Free. I now can take at least 5 of those intervene on my health. Be done. I can be done today. I can be done in 3 weeks. I can be sick, but I that everything, my mind, my heart, my life, my convictions for this well-being of my family, that I don't want them to have to bury me or go through hospital or anything else associated with cancer. I want to be free and clean, and healthy, alive. So what? Not the one who controls, not the one I'm free today. I'm in charge of my life. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and blow it out. We're going to do that 3 or 4 more times. Take a deep breath in, hold it, and blow it out. And just breathe as fast now as you need to and kind of wake yourself up, flex, and just enjoy being in your physical body. You've taken now actually a 7-minute break, and that's all you needed was taking that 7-minute break. And you are more than welcome to download this whole show on your computer, on your phone, wherever you need it, record it. I am not copywriting this. I want you to use it, spread it, share it around so that you can get people, yourself included, on the campaign of being free of smoking. There is no need to keep the companies, the tobacco companies that would love to harm you because they don't care. They don't care. There's no need to keep them in business. Instead, keep yourself in business because you're worth it. You're really, really worth it. Well, this is Dr. Carol Francis. You can reach me at drcarolfrancis.com. You can reach me at 310-543-1824. You can free videos that will help you stop smoking at youtube.com/Dr. Carol Francis. And you can listen to other radio shows here that are just specifically recorded so that you can be motivated every single day to stop smoking. Remember, immerse yourself in the conviction of being a non-smoker. Make it your mantra until it's so. Until you're a non-smoker. Until you're free. Until you're happy. Until you're healthy. Join me also on Facebook. Would you please contact me? Let me know you heard this. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know your struggles. Contact me at facebook.com/Stop Smoking Successfully. Or respond to me on my blog, Body, Mind, Sculpting. I would very much like to know that you've quit, or that you're in the process of quitting, or that you're eager to pass the information on to those who can quit as well. Be well, and as they all say, prosper. But don't make the nicotine companies prosper with you. Best to you.